Pushmo for the Nintendo 3DS is here, and just like Super Mario 3D Land, it is an absolute must-have title if you're a 3DS owner, unless you simply hate anything having to do with puzzle games. This is one of those games that really demonstrates how stereoscopic 3D can be more than just, crap flying out of the screen at you in a really sort of gimmicky fashion that really doesn't add anything of utility to the gameplay. This game is effectively a puzzle game where you control a small character who pushes and pulls formations of blocks in order to reach a goal at the end. And the blocks push, in and out, and having the 3D turned on your 3DS allows you to better perceive the distance between the different layers of blocks and as you move in and out about them. And it's not, like I said, it's not about stuff flying out at you in a really crazy, distracting, mind-blowing fashion. It's just simply using the illusion of three-dimensional depth to enhance a three-dimensional puzzle game, and it works beautifully. And this is really this is a real breakthrough game for Nintendo, I think, because they've had Freaky Forms, which I haven't played. It looks interesting, but I haven't downloaded yet. But this one really got my interest enough for me to download this, and it is one of like I said, if you're a 3DS owner, this is I say it's a must purchase, and it's a game that really shows Nintendo's willingness to leverage their eShop, not just for the virtual console, not just to do the relatively limited things they did with the Nintendo DSi, where it was really sort of more the indie developers that shined on the Nintendo DSi shop. Here, Nintendo has really put out a key game, a key Nintendo 3DS experience on the eShop that probably would not. Frankly, if this game was a retail game, even at $20, let alone 30 or 40, like most 3DS games, I would not. I would never have bought this game. I would not have considered this game worth carrying around an extra cartridge for, in addition to Mario Kart 7 or Super Mario 3D Land or whatever other game I want to play. But having it always on hand on your system, it is a masterpiece. This is Nintendo made a game that's perfectly suited for the 3DS for viewing in 3D, and put it at the price that was right, and put it on in the format that it would flourish in. And for that, Nintendo really deserves a pat on the back, because if this game had came out back in March and the 3DS had launched, it would have been a $40 retail cartridge title, and I probably wouldn't have bought it. And it really wouldn't have, in that format. I don't think it would have gotten the recognition it deserves. And I really I think this is going to be one of the games that gets people who, it's going to really sweeten the pot in drawing in new 3DS owners. And everything from the number of levels built into it, the ability to create levels and share them through the internet, through the use of QR codes. It is a perfect example of Nintendo really being serious about making the eShop a platform for Nintendo 3DS games, not just a side dish, not just not just something that we're going to throw in to have more stuff there. The Nintendo really wants to. I think this shows Nintendo's willingness to make 3DS games that matter to gamers, and not just something you might do just because you also happen to have a Nintendo 3DS. And in terms of the eShop, before I've made my videos about the things I was dissatisfied about with the eShop. Basically, all those concerns have now been addressed to me. There's now there's been a consistently available category just for 3DS exclusive eShop games. The categories the other categories changed, but they've been relatively sensible and easy to understand and navigate through. You can now add the difference. If you just need a certain amount, you can now easily add that difference onto your account, so you don't have a lingering balance. You don't have to add $5 if you just need $3 more to buy the game you want. You can now save your credit card information, and just all you have to do is input a password, a 4-digit or more, you could PIN code, and you could easily just get on, choose the game you want, add the money to your account, and buy it right there. You don't have to go add money to your account and then go and buy the game, download the game, and then sit there and wait for a download. No, you could download the game, and you could just select download later and just close your system. And when you go back to it later, it'll automatically be there via Spot Pass, automatically installed. You don't have to go into the eShop and do anything. It'll just be there, and it makes this process. The 3DS makes so little fuss of this process that it doesn't even light up your Spot Pass lamp. You'd think it would make a big deal that a new game arriving on your system would be just this big joyous occasion. No, it is so smooth and casual that it's just there later on. So you don't even have to sit there and watch the game download. It is basically everything I wanted of the Nintendo eShop, and this game is my first 3DS exclusive eShop game that I've purchased, not counting the uh, Excite Bike, which was given away for free when the eShop launched, and Pokédex 3D, which was a free application, not really a proper game. And now we have V's, whatever that game is, with all those, I think 6 or 9 V's, whatever that game is. We have Mighty Switch Force, Freaky Forms. We have not just the arcade style 3D classics games like Xevious and Sweevious and Twin Bee and Excite Bike, but we have Kirby's Adventure on the eShop on the Virtual Console. On Nintendo, add secure support for more systems as we see on the Wii's Virtual Console. I'm surprised we haven't had it already because the Wii basically came out the gate swinging with support for many different systems on the Wii's Virtual Console. Be really aggressive with the Virtual Console. Add NES, Super NES games to it, and come out with Dylan's Rollin' Western is on the way. And really, I think that the eShop is going to be a huge asset to the Nintendo 3DS, and much more so even than the Nintendo DSi shop was on the Nintendo DSi. So that's what I have to say about Pushmo and the new Nintendo eShop. Thank you very much for watching.